going on, everybody? Welcome back to episode 2, sort of. 2.5. We'll call it episode 2. There was maybe a lost episode. Somebody's microphone wasn't recording. But
they'll never know.
They'll never know. They'll never know. They'll never get to hear
Comment down below which one of us it was.
Yeah, we talked about everything that was coming out before the game. You know, women being. We can maybe cover some of that stuff quickly, but we'll get more right into it. MLB The Show 24 is here, and Tango and Jake, we're here to talk about it all year long. So I don't know. First impressions, booting up the game. I want to know, Jake. Like, what was the first thing you jumped into?
The first thing I jumped into was actually because in typical sports game fashion, not only MLB The Show and SDS, the servers were down for about a half hour, and then they went down again for what? They went down for another like 30-minute maintenance at some point during the night, or maybe that was the next day. But
yeah, the next day was like an hour, I think. It was like close to an hour.
Yeah, almost. Something like that. I know, like Rez and Helly and all those guys, they were losing their minds, dude. They were so upset. But I honestly, the first thing I went through was I kind of was going through and looking at a lot of the face scans and the batting stances and stuff, just because it's something that I always like to do, just to kind of see how the guys looked. And they also showcase, like Vlad and J Ram and all those guys. So I was going through, like, I love, like, they finally got Tatis's batting stance pretty accurate in the game. Like Matt Olson, I looked at him because he's got like a cool little like bat wiggle before he swings, and they added that in. So I was just kind of looking at stuff like that. And then Diamond Dynasty related, I kind of went through for myself and was looking at a lot of the collection rewards and things like that. Looked at the Babe Ruth card because I noticed it during the live stream, but I was like, I think I had already gotten my packs by drops by that point, so I was just kind of had it on to have it on. Yeah, and wasn't really paying the greatest attention, but and then overall just kind of started looking to play rosters, opening packs. Obviously, you bust your packs that you got right away, and then I think I was only live for I think I made it into bed at like 12:30, 1 o'clock. Like, I was so tired because I worked all day that day, so I was like, I'm just gonna start fresh the next day since I was off work and everything, and did it from there. So I was that's pretty much all I really did, was just kind of screw around looking at the players and things like that. Not really much gameplay wise. What about you?
Yeah, pretty similar. Like, you get in, you kind of rip your packs, or go through all that stuff they make you do when you first boot it up, which is like that moment and stuff. It's like so annoying. It's like, dude, I know what I'm doing. I don't need to like do get a base hit moment, but whatever.
Everybody's complaint was, I know what I'm doing already.
I know, especially for the early access people. Like, clearly there's a reason why we're all pre-ordering it to play 3 or 4 days early, right? Like, we've done this before, but whatever. I pretty similar. Like, I just, I like to just kind of look at everything, how do I get everything? What are all the cards? Because again, kind of like what you said, it was the same for me. Like, when they were doing their live streams, I was sort of half paying attention, half there just to get Twitch drop packs, which I'm glad like all my Twitch drop packs showed up. So like, kudos. It's working a little bit better so far than last year, because it was really hit or miss. Even if you were connected properly, it seemed like sometimes you weren't getting those packs.
Yeah, that was a thing last, because wasn't it like you had to like go into like where you buy stubs, and then that's all of a sudden where you got all your, like, people didn't know that at first though, because like nobody was really trying to buy stubs like that.
Yeah,
or people already had stubs preloaded into the game and things. So yeah, I remember that, because it was like everyone I saw on Twitter was like, you have to go into the buy stubs menu, and that's when you get all your stuff. And I'm like, and then there were some people doing it and it didn't work, but yeah, everything worked well this time around.
I have one buddy who's like, he glitched it out last year too, where he's got like duplicates. He ended up when the servers were going down, he ended up getting 4 cornerstone packs. So he got all 4 players. Like, it glitched out in his favor. Usually it goes the other way, but so like, I wish I had that glitch and just got like 4 times.
Yeah, like what the heck? What the heck, STS?
Yeah, where's all the free packs? I'm the first thing I always like to do, kind of what I ended up. So after I opened all my packs, chose my pre-order guys and whatever, then basically I used the stubs that I had, I guess, bought for my pre-order to finish the Jays live series collection, which is like, I think this is like the first time in a while where they had 2 diamonds at the start.
Yeah.
Or maybe, I can't remember.
Vlad and Bo, right?
Vlad and Bo. So I overpaid for those guys, but whatever. Like it's day one. I wanted to get it, and then I got that Roy Halladay card, and then I just started like basically like grinding Team Affinity. I did a little bit of that the first night. Just Conquest. I
Yeah,
played a
you
lot of
were.
Conquest the
I
first
mean,
2 days.
I know you got the fun announcement. What you managed to accomplish over the weekend. Weird flex, but I love
Weird
it. I
flex. It
love it.
was like accidental. I just like I started you like so. I did the Jays Live Series collection, which is like an 80 something Roy Halladay. Excuse me. And so I just started using him because I was doing Blue Jays Team Affinity. So whatever, he'll just be my pitcher every game. And then all of a sudden I was like the first to parallel 2 and 3. And then I'm like, oh, I can't like I came back in the morning and I was the first to parallel 3. I'm like, wow, at this point, I'm just gonna
You
go
might
for
as
it.
well, right?
Might as well
Yeah.
go for it. I had the time. Like my family is gone on a little getaway, so I had the time. So I did it. P1 or 1 of 1 P5 Roy Halladay, which is cool to have. I usually don't do that. It's very time consuming, but it is nice that they lowered it down to only 8,000 PXP. So it actually went pretty quickly. Like it seems like a lot to do, but it went really fast compared to the last couple of years.
Yeah, I think I'm actually going to be able to P5 some players this year because I think last year I didn't P5 a single player, and then 2 years ago I think I only P5 like four people maybe. That's it, the whole game cycle,
Yeah.
and it's because I intentionally wanted to. Like otherwise, I'm always that guy where like I just kind of use different lineups and things like that. Like I don't
Yeah.
like using the same players all the time. It gets boring. It gets repetitive unless you're specifically like I want to P5 this guy. But I also like to look at guys where it's like, is he good before you P5 him? Like he's
Yeah.
just does he just become OP when you P5 him, or is he
Right.
good before it? So that's kind of how I've always looked at it. But I got that Brewers Mizorowski card. I know we're gonna talk about the spring breakout program, but I got him to P3 already, so I'm pretty happy with that.
Nice.
Um,
He's kind of weird to face. He's like so tall and everything
yeah,
drops a lot. He reminds me of how you've been playing MLB The Show Diamond Dynasty for a long time, right? Like
hmm
there was that Chris Young. I think his name's
yeah,
Chris Young. He was always
yeah.
super
He was
tall and the ball just would
six
come like
ten.
straight down from the top to the
Yeah,
bottom. It's like
he's
impossible.
he's like he's affiliated with the Rangers IRL now.
Yeah, he's
Um,
like their GM or in their
Yeah, he's
front
like
office somewhere.
he's 6'10". Yeah, I
Mm.
remember that.
So yeah, that Brewers breakout guy reminded me of that. I was facing him in an event game this morning, and I was like, man, like it's really tricky because I'm like, he just keeps getting me with the fastball because I think it's going to break down.
Yeah, and it just doesn't.
It just doesn't, and then I'm
it just
just
dots.
super late on it. My timing was atrocious. Like on night one, I was playing on veteran, doing moments and doing conquest and stuff, and I was super late on everything. It was like I just couldn't catch up at all because I hadn't played MLB in like 3 months, and I'm like, did it change much? But I've played it so much in the last couple of days now that I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm okay now.
I'm trying to train my brain to play like conquest games on veteran or all star now, so that when I play online, I'm not playing like expecting speeds of rookie pitches or veteran pitches to come in. Plus, you get the XP bonus for playing on all star for that first little bit at least. So I don't know. I was having a cool time with it though, man. That Mizorowski card is nice. I know we're probably gonna go into some of our new favorite cards. I'm looking forward to talking to that because I got some that might shock people, might not. I don't know.
Well, let's get into. I mean, like we can go with him with this, like what we were just talking about, the spring breakout program. So our first, well, I mean, we have the starter one. It's
Yeah.
whatever. You just kind of get it for playing the
You
game.
get
The
you get
cards
what
are okay.
What is it? Palmero and oh no, not Palmero. I know it's
Yeah.
Santa or is
Sandy
it
Alcantara and
Sandy
I think it's
Alcantara and
Palmero, wasn't it?
I thought Palmero was maybe he no, you know right, it
No,
is.
he
He's
is. Yeah, the
Palmero is
85.
yeah, that's right. I thought he was like a different program because I think they have like that program and then they have like maybe that was the only
Yeah,
ones.
just those two. And you got them like really quick. Like I only played like maybe 2 games, and all of a sudden I just like got all this stuff. And like, oh, sweet. Like
Yeah,
that's
because I think you just
wasn't
have to
even
do
trying
stuff with
to.
live series cards if I remember
Yeah.
right, which is what everyone has in the beginning. So yeah.
Yeah, and then
Um,
the spring breakout program. Have you finished that one yet, or how far are you on that?
no, I finished that. It took me longer than expected, but I did. I did. I'm finishing it. Like Sunday. I want to say. I think I finished it either Saturday or Sunday. One of those two. I believe it was Sunday. Nope, I lied. It was Saturday night. I finished it Saturday night because I was using them a lot yesterday in like the offline grind for the Team Affinity. Yeah, I like the program. I liked a lot of the cards. That Dylan Cruz and that James Wood are just absolute beasts. That Tamar Johnson. I think everybody, honestly, everyone in that program is just really good for right now.
Even like Manzardo, I was like hitting. I mean, I only played with these guys against the CPU, but I was crushing things with that Manzardo card too.
Yeah, man, I only don't like him because he's really slow. And the game right now has a lot of like really good lefties, that was like the opposite of last year's game. Like everybody was a really good righty hitter or righty pitchers. Like there weren't really any lefties in the game, and now everything is almost like super lefty centric. I mean, there's like the Billy Wagner Team Affinity, like Griffey, like all those guys. Like a lot of the best cards are lefties, and I was just actually the guy when I was streaming earlier, the guy I rated out to, he was trying to build his lineup and he was like, dude, everybody's left-handed. I need some righties in my lineup.
There are like no switch hitters. There's like none.
Yeah, unless you have like J Ram and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
the live series guys. There's I think Lindor has that one captain card, the team captain, but I mean, we're all just so used to like we just finished playing the last game where you just had everything. Like there's but it's nice. I mean, it's nice to not be like completely overloaded.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that spring breakout program, I really liked it a lot. I didn't buy any of like the packs that were in the store because I mostly just used a lot of my stubs on. I bought like a couple of the headliners because I wanted to try to get the Mickey Mantle card, which I was unsuccessful. So that's where a lot of my stubs went. But I feel like getting stubs in this game is really difficult right now too. I think I've been under 10K stubs since like Saturday. And I've just been.
It hasn't been too bad. I don't know.
I also haven't been pulling anything, as we didn't talk about it, but our opening day pack openings.
Yeah.
I didn't pull a diamond the entire first night. I didn't pull my first diamond until like late Friday night. Like I wasn't streaming. I wasn't doing anything. All of a sudden I was like, oh, look, a diamond. And it was Edwin Diaz. And that was the only diamond I pulled all like the entire time. Like everybody's out here. Like my friend who just got the game yesterday, because he was like, you know what, screw it, I'm going to get it. He pulled like 6 diamonds right away. I was like, what the hell?
Had actually like crazy diamond luck. Like the first night I pulled DeGrom and Altuve, which is fine.
Nuts.
And then on Friday, it was crazy. There was one point where I was just open. I got like a 10 bundle plus some other packs from doing Conquest. So I maybe only had like 15 standard packs. And I pulled, in a span of 8 packs, I pulled like 4 diamonds. It was crazy. I pulled 8 in total on Friday.
That's crazy. Yeah, and I've only ever pulled 1 more diamond since then. I've pulled 2 diamonds all cycle, and I've done all the Conquest maps except for the big USA map. I've been doing I've completed 2 team affinities. Like I've been playing the game. I've pulled 2 diamonds: Edwin Diaz and Manny Machado. That's it.
I think
it's only 2 guys I've pulled.
13. Yeah.
How about you just rub? Can I borrow your like Blue Jays hat and like come to your house and just play the game?
And I will also say this: I haven't purchased a single pack from the shop. These are all just packs I've earned in the game, free packs.
Yeah,
I guess like technically you pay with the pre-order for whatever, how many packs you got at the beginning. 25.
I'm sitting here contemplating. I'm like, do I want to spend $20 on some stubs to buy packs? And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to try to do my best. The SDS already got my $100. Well, technically I didn't because I won it in a giveaway, so I should just justify myself and do it. But I'm not going to.
I don't think you should.
I'm not going to.
It's a losing cause.
I'm going to keep rocking with what I got. And one of my buddies was saying, he was like, I'm not that interested in the live series collection and things like that. So he was like, anytime I just want to like do anything, I'm just going to bust packs. He was like, anytime I get stubs, I'm just going to buy packs. He's like, because I don't want to. He's like, I don't have an incentive on like really playing, like getting the live series collection done or anything like that. I'm like, that's fair.
Yeah, if you're like pretty casual like that and you don't have a goal, then it's fun. Like ripping packs, it's always fun. It's always fun to rip a 50 bundle if you have the stubs
it's that freaking dopamine, man. We just get that shot.
It's gambling. We all like to.
It's true.
Everybody likes the rush because the one time you hit something, you're like, oh my
Dude,
god, it's gonna happen again.
Trout's in the next pack, man.
I'm still waiting to hit the millionaire pack, or to get like the first person who hits that's gonna be insane.
That's so disrespectful, dude. The try again is 100 stubs.
100
like,
stubs.
oh my
God. It's pretty funny.
I got a ball in pack out of the first time I got it, and then the second time I got it, I got the try again for 100 stubs. And I was like, dude, I was like, give me like the 75K voucher. I don't even want the million. Just give me the 75K. And honestly, when I saw the rewards, I thought that the rewards was just one pack that you get to choose from. I thought there were choices, and I was like, oh, it's just like it's already chosen for you. And I was like, is it just one pack? That I realized, no, it's a voucher for 5 packs. I'm like, that's still not like that great. But I mean, hey, it's a free thing. So somebody's gonna hit the million, and it's gonna be somebody, and the community is gonna think it's rigged because it's gonna be like a big time MLB The Show streamer or something, or you.
Small timer.
I
wish. It's a cool thing to like. It's a fun little addition though. It's kind of an exciting pack to open. You're like, oh, maybe like, I know it's a one. When they said it was a 1 in a million chance, I'm like, okay, like, is anybody actually going to even get this? I'm like, I feel like they should make it maybe slightly more attainable, but it's also like
1 in 500,000 instead of a million.
I don't know. A million just seems 1 in a million. Like, seems like sometimes, like how many packs do you think you've opened? You've only pulled 2 diamonds. Like, I'm betting more than 100 packs. Or like close to it.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's like, man, I've definitely pulled my fair share of diamonds or like packs and not pulled a diamond, and I feel like I should have at some point. But I know that eventually my pack luck will catch up to me, and I'll pull some stuff. So I'll pull Trout before any of my friends or anything. So I'll be happy about that. It's trying to speak it into existence, even though it probably won't happen.
It's gonna happen. Your next
dude. That Trout card 20. That Trout card is so juicy if you use the Buxton boost, dude. Oh my god. I was looking at it earlier because I was watching a video and a guy had it, and I was like, dude, he is so juiced. He gets like 99 speed, like 90 plus fielding, and his hitting is already insane, and then you just add that to it. Him and Yordan Alvarez has like, I think he's got under 60 vision too, so it's like you just be juiced to the gills.
Yeah, but I might have made a mistake because I took Senga out of my Cornerstone pack, and then I collected him, I think, so I can't even do the exchange thing. So I took Buxton because everyone was saying how good he was. Like, my buddy was saying like how he was just hitting absolute missiles with him, and I was like, Buxton will play. His fielding is pretty bad, but I mean, it's like diamond fielding, but his reaction's like 60. Yeah. So I got him playing left field right now because I'm like, I just put Dylan Cruz in center field. I'm like, you'll just play there. But so you went with Senga, and then what was it? It was Maddox and Arenado were the other ones, right? Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen anybody not take Buxton. And now I think you're the first person that I think has said that you didn't take Buxton.
I played against somebody who was pitching with Maddox, so someone out there took him. But yeah, this is my other thing though. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's my own fault a little bit, but like, I just don't pay. I've never really paid too much attention to the captains or their boosts. Mm-hmm. Like it's just not something that I think about. And I probably should, because I'm sure there's like ways to, make my team better or something. But usually there's just like cards that I want to use, and I don't want to like be forced to use certain cards to whatever. And I'm not trying to like, I don't know. I just maybe I should get Buxton when they give me another one of these packs, and then I can.
That makes sense because now that I am kind of stuck in limbo, because it's like, now that I have the Buxton card, I did the NL East team affinity, so I took Stanton obviously because he's part of it.
Yeah,
and his hitting numbers are nuts, and he has less than 60 vision, so he gets the Buxton boost. So right now I have Buxton in left, Dylan Cruz and James Woods in center and right, because they also get the Buxton boost. So it's like, I don't have anywhere to put Griffey right now. So he's just like, and it's like, it sucks because it's like, dude, it's Griffey. Like, his swing always plays, but these guys are better than him right now. And James Woods is
nobody's better than Griffey in this game.
No one's better than Griffey.
Shut your dirty mouth.
I'm sorry, Griffey. let me not say that out loud anymore. But yeah, the Griffey card still slaps. But I don't know. I've been having fun with James Woods. Otherwise, Griffey would take his spot in right field. That James Wood card is disgusting, though, man. I hit a 475 foot, 116 mile an hour home run with him the other day, just in Coors Field, like in like the Conquest map or whatever. I made a TikTok about it. He just absolutely destroyed it. It was disgusting. I was like, oh my God, this absolutely is becoming a video here. Because
that'll do it.
And I think it was my highest viewed TikTok of the night that I posted. I think I posted like 6 or 7 different videos, and that was the one that got the most views so far. Because he just destroys it. Granted, it's against a computer on All-Star, but still, Whatever, it's impressive.
Man. Yeah, I think, is that the furthest home run you've hit so far?
So far, 475, yeah.
Yeah, mine was actually, I think it was my first home run. It was 480 with Danny Jansen.
Holy shit.
Danny Jansen? Gold Danny Jansen out of nowhere. He just absolutely turned on one and cranked it out. And I was like,
I saw videos of like guys hitting like 113 off the bat with like Jonathan Scope, and like exit velos in this game are so much fun now. Like, it's great. I love that they incorporated, because exit velos in real life are just out of this world now. Like, guys are hitting the ball all over the place in a faster rate than ever, and it should be incorporated into the game, which it is. I was actually wondering if that was going to be a thing that they incorporated, because like last year you'd get Shohei, who averages like 110 off the bat, hitting like 100 for his no doubt home runs, and it's like, no, that guy can like double that almost. So it's cool that they added that. Who did you take with your the barrier breakers?
I took Josh Gibson.
Okay. Mr. Bat Sound himself.
Mr. Bat Sound, yeah. I don't know. He's just like, he's new. Obviously, all the hype around him. I'm like, I'm going for it. And he's been pretty good for me so far. Who did you take?
Yeah, I took Tony Stone. I did it for the women. I did it for the ladies out here. Dude, she slaps. Like, she's nuts. She's got contact, like over 100 contact both sides. She's fast. Yep. She can only play second base, which is annoying because I like that Termar Johnson card, and he's a better second baseman than a shortstop. But dude, yeah, she's awesome. She's fast. She hit. I mean, we played that co-op game the one night, me, you, and Jamie, and my first swing was a triple right over some dude's head. It's like, see, she slaps. Like, I'm looking forward to seeing how like a higher overall version of her plays. I think she's just gonna have 125 contact both sides and maybe like 70, 80 power each side, and just like,
yeah, it'll be fun.
99 speed or something like that. It's gonna be nuts.
I bought her, and she's my starting second baseman now.
Yeah, she's crazy. I haven't bought any of those other cards, which it's probably gonna be I just didn't have the stubs to really buy any of them either. They're all like 25K each, and it's like, I like Vlad, but it's not worth 200 something thousand stubs to get Vlad for me. That's what personally. I've been
spending every stub I get on. I'm one away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I've been selling basically every duplicate of anything that I've got. I just sell it, right? So,
nice.
You make a lot of like stubs that way if you go in and do that, especially if you're willing to like kind of take a little bit of time and use sell orders instead of just quick selling everything.
Yeah,
because the market, and it's going to move even faster on tomorrow when the game fully drops. But like the market moves fast already. Everything's going to go up a little bit. So I was trying to get them, try and buy them all. Actually, it's probably a good idea to buy them even at the price they're at. And they're probably going to go up to like 30, 40K, I bet.
Probably because those guys, the people that get the game don't get it tomorrow, right? They don't get those cards. It was just
so unless they give us another one, or I can see them maybe putting it in the shop to like let some people buy them. But even with that, I think their value is still going to go up.
Yeah, I'm assuming we're going to get more like probably within like the next week or so. I haven't looked at the schedule or anything, if they've even posted the schedule or anything, but I'm assuming we're probably going to get another Conquest map here soon, like something other than that, because I think they do like the opening weekend stuff. Pretty sure
they have on here. They have on the 19th. What is the night? That's tomorrow, right?
That's tomorrow. Yep.
Yeah. Soul Series free pack, as well as a new spring breakout pack coming. So I think another spring breakout choice pack. So those are
I wonder who's going to be in that.
Well, there's a
Curious.
mystery Ricky Tiedemann card. If you look on the app, you can, if you search Ricky Tiedemann's name, there's a spring breakout Ricky Tiedemann card, but you
Oh,
can't find it in the game because I searched for it. Yeah, I saw it on Twitter, and then I was like, is this real? So I went in the companion app on my phone, and like, yeah, it's like, I'll send you a picture of it, but it's in there. So I'm like, oh,
nice.
and it's the only one that's not out of the, like, all the other guys from the pack that are in the game are in there, and then there's just one extra guy, and it's an 80. What is this?
Probably like an 87, 88, maybe
Yeah,
89.
87.
That's cool.
So I hope we get him because obviously I'm a Blue Jays fan. So yeah,
Yeah,
what do you?
that'll be huge for you guys.
Yeah, I wonder what we're gonna get from the Soul Series. Maybe a Ha-Sung Kim since he just hit 2 home runs yesterday. That'd be a cool card to get.
Oh yeah, he did. That's
Since
right.
they're giving us these cards before these games happen, I was kind of thinking we would get them maybe like right after, so it'd be like guys who performed well in the game, in the series or whatever. But like it would make sense for him since he's obviously like played over there. And
He's quietly like he quietly slaps too, dude. His finest card last year for me was great. Like I loved that card last year. So
he's
it was one of the sneaky cards that I'm like, dude, this card is nuts. So yeah, hopefully there's that. I mean, if there's a free pack, I'm sure it's probably going to be one of those ones where it's free, but the odds of you getting the lower tier guys or something, there's probably gonna be lower and higher tier guys, maybe like they usually do, but it's just a free pack. Unless it's a choice pack, then that'd be kind of cool too.
Who knows?
We'll see.
I'm excited. Yeah.
We'll see in less than 24 hours. So, or maybe right around there. No, that's cool. Have you played online at all?
A little bit.
Besides the game that the three of us played.
Which
we won, by the way.
Absolute veteran sweat fest. 11-10
gosh.
Squeaked out the victory. Yes, I played a little bit online. I'm like, I think I played like 4 or 5 event games. I tried a BR run the other night, and I went 7-2, which is good. Like it was good for program points, but I like missed the free diamond by 1 win. And obviously I didn't go flawless, so. And it was a diamond that I didn't have. It was Pete Alonso. Whatever. I mean, I got 45 points in the program from all the stuff that I did. When you play that many games, usually you can get those like
bad at all.
PXP missions and some of those done. And I played some ranked. I think I'm 3-0, but I don't think I've played a full game of ranked yet. Like it's been the quitters.
Guys just quitting.
The quitters.
Just quitting. I mean, we saw that with my game today when I was live on stream. First game, I had a random disconnect. I don't know where that came from. Like all of a sudden, I get a base hit, and all of a sudden the game's like disconnect. I thought the guy like quit, and then all of a sudden it was like it gave me the loss. I'm like, great, starting off my ranked career.
Yeah, that was weird.
0-1, and then what was it? The very next game, get a base hit with Buxton. I think I stole a base with Buxton, and then got a base hit with Stanton, and then the guy just rage quit. Like he just quit, and then I had a crazy first like full 9-inning ranked seasons game, which you guys are gonna have to check out on my YouTube channel at some point. I'm not gonna talk about it now. It's cliffhanger for the people.
Cliffhanger for the people. Yeah, I played. I wish I could sort by just my ranked games, but I can't.
That's
I don't
weird
know.
that you can't.
It was like my first 2 games. I think I played like a total of 5 innings, maybe. But I don't think I finished a game because it was same thing. It wasn't even like quitting. It was like middle. It was like the 4th or 5th inning. It was only 3-1. I think one of the games. The guy just like got frustrated. I guess. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know why you like go play events. If you want to just quit, go play events.
Yeah.
Like I want people to quit my games at events. I'm like, get me through this as fast as possible.
Yeah, get me through. I was sitting there on stream today and I'm like, dude, do I even want to play this event? Like, is this 90 overall Rendon worth even like sweating my ass off for? Like, and I lost my first event game and I'm like, this isn't even fun. Like all this for a card I'm never going to use ever. 1, because it's Rendon. I just don't like his cards, and 2, like his swing just never works for me, and like he just doesn't fit the play style I like to have. Like I like guys that have a good amount of speed. And if you're going to not have a good amount of speed, your hitting stats need to just be OP, and they aren't. So I don't know. I've never been a big Rendon fan.
Yeah, me either.
And he hates baseball, so why would I use him?
And he hates baseball. I'll probably try and get him just to like have him in my inventory, but
Yeah,
I'm not in a rush
that's fair.
by any means. We still have like another week and a half to do it. So
Yeah, I think last year the only event I grinded was the first one because you got that Mookie Bet and that Pete Alonso, and I was like, okay, this is fun to grind for, like because that Mookie Betts is just nuts, and he was.
yeah.
And then obviously I did the BR run because I think Sheffield was the BR run. The Charisma Sheffield last year was the first one, and then Griffey for the BR like flawless reward or whatever. No, the second event reward was Griffey.
Griffey was
The second event.
second BR.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was the second.
Okay, you're right. Now that I think about it,
because I'm like,
right,
I hate playing BR, and I'm like, or like, I shouldn't say hate. It's not my favorite thing to play, but like, I don't mind it. It just gets so sweaty after like 3 wins. It's every BR game is just a sweat fest because you never know who you're gonna match up with.
Yeah.
I think I was 3-0 in the run I did, and then I matched up with a guy who was already flawless, and I'm like, oh my god, like I'm gonna
there's already
now.
people that are like they're like 5 and 6 time flawless, and I'm like, dude, the game hasn't been out a week. Jesus Christ.
Well, I was like
how have you played this?
Who Frosty is, like the number 1 ranked player.
Yeah, he's like number. He already hit World Series or whatever.
Yeah,
like
he was.
50, he had like 52-0 or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know when I looked because I'm like, oh, I'll see if anybody's in World Series, and he was the only one at that point, and he was 60-0, and I was like, oh my god, how have you already played 60 ranked games? Even if you're getting like rage quits a lot, because I'm sure he would be.
Yeah, just destroying dudes like 6-7 runs in the first inning or something. Guys just quitting out.
I think I only played like 85 ranked games all of last year.
I showed you my record before we started playing. Like it's like I think I played like 40 total, 50 maybe 50 total, and I'm just like, yeah. But I plan on playing a lot more this year. I had fun with the rank games I played today. So like, if that's a sign,
I just checked. He's currently 93-0. 93-0.
Jesus Christ.
Like 93.
How is he? He just doesn't care about the XP like cap. Which we can go into that a little bit too. The XP cap. Let's that's a good transition. Can we talk about, did they drop the XP cap this year?
They did. They talked about it in the stream. They did mention it.
Okay, so I did not hear that.
Their whole thing is they want 99s to matter, and they don't want everybody to get them super fast. So they want, like, they put it at 1 million XP in the program, and then they want it to take time for people to get there, which I understand, but then you get the XP cap, and it seemed like I had barely been playing. I mean, obviously I've been playing a lot because it's like the new game, but I guess, when you compare it to last year, years past, you hit it pretty fast this year.
No, I think the one thing that annoys me the most about it is like, okay, I understand that you hit your cap hit for this day, but like my buddy Coach Playa, he played yesterday morning. I think he started playing around like 8 a.m. We were in the Discord hanging out for most of the day or whatever. And then at like 4 o'clock at night, he hit the XP cap, and they put him on a 7-hour cap time limit. I'm like, dude, that's like, the cap should just end at like midnight. Like the next day you should be able to play again. He couldn't play again for 7 hours, or like it was like 7.5 hours. It's like, dude, now he's got nothing to do with the rest of his night because he was planning on playing MLB The Show. And it's like, it doesn't make sense for him to grind DD because he's not getting any more XP towards anything, which he could still do like team affinity stuff like that, but he just wasn't getting any.
Yeah, you can still actually, you know what's a good thing to play is BR, because if you're doing the program, like every 5 program things, you get 3,000 XP. So you can still earn like those little chunks like in the programs and stuff, but usually they're not much. BR is just like when you're getting 3,000 at a time, it's not bad. I think in team affinity, they're only like 750 XP at a time, which is like, and they're like every 4 or 5 spots on the thing.
Yeah, I just don't like I mean, I understand the idea of you don't want everybody to be able to earn everything right away. Like, I totally get that, but it's like, I think they should have the cap, like, make it like 200K, like 100K. Like, you can't hit more than 100K in a day.
Yeah, because
Like
it's got to
I
be
feel like
like
there aren't a lot of people that are
50 or
doing
less
that.
right now.
Yeah, I think it's like 52 because my buddy hit my buddy coach play. He hit it, and I think he was at like 52.9, and they said he couldn't reach anymore. But other people were saying it was 50. I heard somebody say it was like 45. So I don't know if it's different. Like
Yeah, well,
they just haven't figured it out all the way or
it's
something.
hard
I don't
to
know.
gauge because you have to factor in any other random XP chunks that you would earn from the programs.
Yeah, it's
So you would
true.
have to be able to figure out how many you earn and subtract. I think it's in the 45 to 50 range. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Because that's kind of where everybody was sitting, was like just over
which
50.
I don't. You know what? Actually, I don't hate that now. The more I think about it, I don't hate it. I wasn't a big fan of it just because it affected one of my buddies who was like, "Dude,
Yeah.
I just wanted to play this the rest of the night. Now I can't." But it makes sense because it's like, yeah, 50K is kind of a lot in a day, considering you earn it fast, but you don't earn it at like crazy fast. Like you had to really be playing all day and earning all day to earn that much, I guess.
This guy.
So
I have definitely not missed a day of hitting my XP cap yet. So
I haven't hit it yet either, and I've been playing a lot. Like,
no,
I think
I've hit it. Sorry, I've hit it every day. Is what
you've hit it every day. Oh, I haven't hit it once,
Yeah.
not once yet. Maybe I'm just not grinding enough. I'm just not grinding enough.
I'm just probably grinding too much. I have too much time, but it's not a bad thing. I got to take advantage because yeah, I'm like just about at 195,000 on the path right now.
I just got Ryan Howard earlier today, so that's where I'm at with it. I got Ryan Howard after my ranked game. I think it was after my ranked game. Yeah. So I was like, that's cool. I just earned him.
Yeah.
Which he gets the Buxton boost too. So that's cool. Yeah, I mean, I haven't played any. I played one event game, lost, and I played one BR game and I won. And then that's all I've really done because I'm just like, you know what? I'm starting to now my team. I feel confident enough in my team that I can play online, and I feel like my skill set is starting to kind of come back to me. As we saw in my rank game, it took me a couple innings to really start to figure out how to hit online again because I was really late on everything against Pablo Lopez, who was throwing like 95. And I was like, okay, this is embarrassing. Like I can't even get hits off of this guy. And after a while, I started hitting well. So figuring things out. But
I watched you get out of that bases loaded jam. Bases loaded, nobody out in the extra
great.
innings and BR gets out of it.
That was great.
Yeah, I feel like that's always awesome. The stuff that happens to me. I'm always like, bases loaded, nobody out. I had so many in my BR run. Oh, I had so many times. And like, I'm pretty sure I had like runners on like first and second, nobody out in the bottom of the inning where I could have had a chance to win the game. Just blew it and then instantly give up like 2 or 3 runs and then lost my run.
That's what happens, man. You get so nervous that you feel like you need to like swing at everything.
Yeah, I'm just like, that's my biggest problem. I think playing online is like, I'm just trying to play a video game and enjoy it. I'm not trying to be a sweat. I'm not like really trying to make World Series. It's like I don't play ranked that much. That's like with BR. Like thank God they're only 3 inning games because like I just can't try that hard for too long. Like I just can't. I don't have it in me to really sweat it out. People are always in the chat like, "Oh, you could easily go flawless." And I'm like, I don't think I could. I just don't have the patience. Like you have to be so patient at the plate, and
you have to be just mentally like prepare yourself for that too, man. Like I'm sure it's possible. Like you have to. I think you have to go into it with the right mindset, and then you just have to like not get in your own head. Let's just not be nervous.
It's impossible. It's so hard.
Dude. Yeah, I get so like, dude. Even after like I had to take a few minutes in between live streaming and getting ready for this podcast because I was like, dude, I am just like. My sweatpants are like sticking to my leg. Like I was like, I'm sweaty, dude. Like
just clammy hands on the controller.
Yeah, I just need to like take a few minutes and just like go grab maybe like a drink and a snack and like take some time because like it was gross. Like I felt like the guy from Airplane, just like just sweat just beaten down all over the place. But
did you look?
But
through,
I am having fun. I am having fun.
Did you look through all the BR program and the flawless rewards? So we had 91 Joe Mauer, 91 Eric Gagne, bringing back the Takashi series.
Yeah,
which is kind of cool to have those come back. I wonder if we'll get any like new ones. I kind of doubt it since I don't know if they would like go back to the artist and get them to do it or not. But
no, it makes me wonder if we're gonna get like that Takashi Shohei into the game at some point during the year. Because obviously that's where like the whole series was kind of based around was that one. It's cool that we haven't had very many duplicate players. I mean, we've gotten like there's 2 Derek Jeters, but it's from doing the Jeter storyline, which is cool. Don't hate, don't really hate that because you get the rookie Jeter and then you get a regular
The
like
Captain
85
Jeter.
overall Captain Jeter, which is that Captain Jeter is pretty nice. I did the Jeter storylines this morning, so that was cool to see.
I was watching. I was like, because I haven't touched storylines at all yet. So I mean, let's get into storylines. So they put a ton of emphasis on this. I haven't touched it yet. I've just been way too preoccupied with everything else that I've been doing in this game. But you were playing it today, so like, what did you think? Did you do just the Jeter one so far, right?
Just the Jeter one so far. That's the only ones I've done so far. Yeah. I'm a fan, man. I know like my chat was kind of having some fun because my community's like anti Jeter for the memes.
Well,
like
like
there's
it.
really no like major hate but for Derek Jeter actually, but it's like just for the memes. But no, man, we were it was cool, man, just to kind of like see him tell the stories and like talk about certain things and talk about like playing against the Red Sox, how he didn't like playing in Fenway, even though like he liked the environment, but he just didn't like playing in the stadium and all this and that. The moments were hilarious. I did them all first try. You'll see it on YouTube. It'll be the
First
shortest
try.
YouTube video ever. Did them all first try. And then it was cool. They had like like a small video for the core four, they called it, was Mariano, Jorge, and Andy Pettit. And you got to do a couple of missions with those guys, which is cool. Andy Pettit's high overall card at some point is just going to throw dots because his 85 already throws dots. It's gonna be nuts. I've never been a big fan of Mariano. I've never been a big fan of Mariano Rivera cards just because I don't know, something about it. He always just gets destroyed for me.
I like using them a lot.
But other than that, I mean, I did enjoy it. I'm gonna probably try to tackle the barrier breaker ones at some point over the next couple days, just to get those 85s. I mean, granted, they're 85s and no one's gonna.
You get that Rube Foster captain card out of it too. I didn't realize that at first, but
there's really?
Yeah. So that's kind of another one that's thrown in there. That's not a person that's in the barrier breakers pack. So
I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't either
until
I think it's when we played co-op with Jamie. He picked him. We didn't.
Oh, you know what? That's right. Yeah, he did.
We were using. Where did this card come from? But, yeah.
But yeah, no, I've been having fun with it. I mean, it's a cool thing. I'm looking forward to seeing how they implement it going forward. Like the Jeter storylines, it only took like maybe an hour or so to actually do, but the videos were cool. I'm interested to see how they implement the 2011, or I think it was like, no, it was 2000 to 2014.
Yeah.
2001 to 2014 storyline is going to be like the final. So it's only going to be a 2-part thing. So it's probably going to take a while to come out, actually.
Because I think the rewards said it was like a few weeks. Like, I don't think it's that long until it's going to be here, which is like kind of good and bad. I like, part of me is like, feels like they should wait longer.
Yeah, because then when you're done with it, you're done with it.
Exactly. That was like how storylines were last year. Like, I didn't do them right away. I waited probably a good like couple months, and then when I did them, you're just like, you go through it, and then it's like, okay, that was cool, but like, there's no replay value to it. Like, nobody's ever gonna want to do it a second time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. There's no like incentive of doing it. There's no packs to earn. There's no. Granted, I don't want everything in the game to be connected to Diamond Dynasty, but it's like you earn Diamond Dynasty rewards in it by doing it too. So maybe some replayability to do, whether it be a little bit of XP here or there or something. I don't know.
I wonder if they have like a plan of, and maybe this would be something that they could do if they maybe got rid of last gen console stuff. But I think it would be cool if like, maybe not every single program, but if most of the programs were kind of built more like storylines, like maybe not all moments, like mix in some other, some online missions that you can do too or whatever. But, if they did a spring breakout program that came after, and then you got to see like clips of what happened in the spring breakout. I mean, I get that's a lot of work to do as the year is going on, but I don't know, maybe, you do like an all-star program around all-star time, and then there's like, you get all these past all-stars, and like like it just seems a little bit more, if you're gonna put that much into it, just to give us kind of like a few. It's like I just wonder where it's going to go, either later this year or like into the future versions of this game. Like our storyline is going to become more of a focus and a bigger part, because I think there's a lot of potential with it. Like it's kind of a fun, different thing to do, where it's like, if you don't want to be a sweat for a bit, you can like casually do it, learn some stuff. I don't know. I'm just rambling.
I mean, I mentioned that in the first episode we did. I was like, maybe this opens the door of something to that possibility, because I was like, yeah, you could do that for all classic players. Like if they're gonna do like player programs like they did a couple years ago, where they had like, you do these missions and then you unlock this card, which I think that would be cool to do for certain guys. Like just do programs for XP and then you unlock a version of that card, and it has like a trip down memory lane type of feel to it, where you get video highlights, kind of like the Jeter thing. I don't know. I think it would just be something cool. Like you could do like the Edgar Martinez hit where Griffey scored against the Yankees, which they did show in the Jeter things, but it was from the Yankees perspective, which was funny. It was from Jeter being left off that playoff roster because that was his rookie year.
Oh, was it?
And like talking about how he wanted to be, he felt like he wanted to be a part of that roster, but obviously wasn't. So pretty cool to see that, like that type of aspect. I never heard that. I've heard the call from the guy from the Mariners a bunch of times, because there's a song by Macklemore called My Oh My, and it has that clip at the end of the song. So that's like super, or like in the middle of the song. So it's super cool to, like, I've never heard the Yankees call of that before. So freaking losers.
Boo Yankees.
Boo Yankees. Yeah. Yeah. And then, they just, I think they could find more ways to implement the video packages of stuff. I mean,
I think it'd be a really good way
for everybody
to like introduce some of the new legends. Like an Adrian Beltre storyline would be sweet this year. Go over ending with him, like getting in the Hall of Fame. Like you don't have to make them as extensive as this Jeter one. Like even do, I don't know, a smaller kind of condensed version, but for more players throughout the year.
Yeah. I still wish that there was a way to like implement evolution, because I love the concept of the evolution cards from a couple years ago, but it's like, do you pick and choose how to do it? Because I just think that would be so cool to like, I mean, that's kind of how the Immortal series was in 18, wasn't it? Where it's like you kind of like level up the card as it's going through, like you do missions and things like that.
Yes, it was like that. It was like evolution inception, because it was like cards within cards that you had to level up. So you'd have like your bronzes that would get you to silvers, that would get you to, eventually you got to, what were they called? Oh, what were the diamonds called?
I have no idea. I don't remember. See, I didn't really play much of 18. I didn't play much of the Diamond Dynasty.
I remember who some of them were. There were guys like I think Frank Thomas was one of them. Anyway, like you'd have to get those, and then you would be able to get the Immortals. But yeah, you would get like the bronze White Sox Griffey, and then like a Reds Griffey, and a low diamond Mariners Griffey, and then eventually get to the big one, which was fun.
I don't know. I like that concept for certain people. Like if they make a program of it or something, I feel like that would just be something cool for certain cards. Like you said, like the Beltre, for instance, just make it like, not like you can make it like a program, but you can't unlock the final part of that program until as the game is progressing or something like that. But then eventually you unlock like the Hall of Fame Adrian Beltre, and
it's tricky.
Like juiced.
It's tricky because when we
like,
had it like that, nobody wanted it, and now we don't have it.
True.
It's like you kind of want that, because like they've done that. They used to do that with Team Affinity. It would be like, oh, everything was like gated until the next content drop or whatever. I kind of liked it when you couldn't see, like they didn't show you like, oh, there's more rewards coming, but you can't see what's coming. I think
I didn't like when they had the monthly awards or whatever, where it was like they show you like the 93 Alfonso Soriano flashback, but you can't earn him until the end of the month. And I was like, that's just dumb.
Because that's how 18 was. They showed us like, here are all of the Immortals, but you can't get them for 5 months. And you're just like, oh, Like, you do it in stages, like maybe so you can get 1 or 2 like early, but it was like, yeah, you can't get any of these until this.
That's fair.
You can't do any of that until you get this. And I was like such a sucker for the grind. Like I grinded every single grindable immortal in that game that you could get. I got them, and it was like, it is unfathomable how much you had to do to get them. People now don't understand. If you did not play MLB 18 Diamond Dynasty, you do not understand what a grind is. You think Team Affinity last year was bad? It is nothing compared to the immortal grind.
I've heard things. I've definitely heard things. I've heard it wasn't fun at all.
No, but you had to do it because they were the only good cards in the game. Like, there were no other 99s in the whole game.
That's nuts.
Even finest were like 97s. At the end of the year, like, you're like, oh, it's still not.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
But enough about Immortals. I kind of actually, like, low-key, I kind of wish they would bring back like an Immortal as a card series. Like, you don't have to do the grind. Essentially, you know, that's what a Retro Finest and a Hall of Fame card is going to be.
Yeah.
But like, I just like the Immortal. The card art was kind of fun with like kind of the moon space theme and like a weird orange peach palette, but it was cool.
Yeah.
Bring back SDS, bring back the Immortal card art, not the Immortal grind.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, and the Immortals should be like it was in 18, where there's just a specific number of guys. Like, it was like Griffey, like the guys that you know everybody's gonna want, like Griffey, Trout, Mantle, guys like that, maybe.
Guys like that. Because that's who it was. Yeah, it was like Willie Mays.
Willie Mays
wasn't in the game then, but he would be one of them now. But yeah, Griffey, Trout, Babe Ruth,
Chipper. I think Chipper was one.
Yeah, Chipper, Pujols, Jackie Robinson.
Yeah, Jackie Robinson.
Ripken Jr., George Brett.
Yeah. Stuff like that.
And then some of the guys we don't have anymore, like Ted Williams.
Yeah. And I did a count. I know I'm a transition. I did a count the other day. It's impossible to get the season 1 XP reward path, or like the collection rewards right now. The most you can get is John Franco right now. I did the math. There's only 73 cards that you can collect in the game, and that's for John Franco's at 70. So it's like, but the jump is massive, which makes me think like we're going to get quite a bit of stuff coming up pretty soon, because over like the next couple weeks, because it jumped from 70 to 280. It's like, holy shit.
They did talk about that in the Diamond Dynasty stream. They're going to be adding more cards in between that. So as they add more cards in the game, they're going to add more rewards that you can collect.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there'll be like a 100 card, like a 90, I don't know, 100 cards, 125, 150, all the way up.
Yeah, but then like, you know, they're adding the Soul Series cards, and then they're going to be adding all this extra stuff here and there. And then it always makes me want to grind BR, but it also doesn't, because like those low like silvers and golds are always like, and like the low diamonds are always worth getting. But it's like, I just don't like playing. I don't like playing BR. That's just my issue. I just don't like playing BR. I would rather play events than BR.
Yeah.
But also events are flooded with that fucking knuckleballer right now too, from the Padres.
Ooh, are they?
Matt Waldron.
I haven't seen him yet, but I've only played a couple games.
Yeah,
he's nasty. I played him in Conquest, and I was like, "What the hell is this thing?" I was trying to hit.
Yeah,
I don't miss knuckleballer
and
meta.
Yeah, he's got the knuckleballer. I think he's got like a high 90s fastball. Like it's nuts. Like my buddy was playing on live stream like Friday or Saturday night or something like that. He just couldn't touch him. He was like, I can't hit this guy. Like no matter what he did, it was actually kind of entertaining to watch a little bit, because he's like, tough. I know what to do. He's like, I know what to do. I just have to sit low, because he's not going to throw a knuckleball high. And then it just dots like the bottom left corner, just dots all day long.
Honestly,
it's like, Jesus,
if you're going to be throwing that guy, you might as well just use pulse pitching, put it anywhere, and then just click the button, because it just goes. It just goes. Like,
yeah, you can't perfect that thing.
Man, I remember trying to hit high diamond knuckleball pitchers in the game. Like those were
Phil Necro,
Luis
Tiant. Yeah,
it was like impossible. There was a silver Stephen Wright, that was like the best card you could ever get in BR.
Yep.
Like the silver knuckleball Stephen Wright. Like, oh my god, yes, please.
Yeah, that Matt Waldron card was going for like 2,000 stubs the other day when I looked at it. I bought him for like 800 because I was like, I'm getting ahead of this meta now, like while I can. Plus, I wanted to get him, and I was like, I'll just sell him later for way more expensive down the road. I think I sold him like 3 times already.
It's not bad. Is it buy now $9.95 right now?
Oh, okay. So it did.
But he'll probably go. He might go up. I don't know if he'll go up or down tomorrow when everybody else has the game.
When does the event end?
Not for a while.
I was gonna say I thought it was I didn't know if it was an opening weekend event or not.
No, it goes
Probably
until the 29th. So there's like
so
another like
next weekend.
11 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got time. So
yeah. Got time to get 20 wins.
Knuckleball it up. Knuckleball it up.
Knuckleball it up. No, I'm good. I'm good on that. I'm all right with it. I don't like being that guy, man. I don't like being that guy.
No, I don't find that. Well, there is sometimes it's fun, but overall, it's usually not my style. So I try not to be too cheesy.
Overall impressions. We've had the game for what, 4 days? What's your overall impression? Like compared to last year, everything like that?
I'm really enjoying it so far. I think the game, as far as like gameplay, it's been playing really smoothly. Like there was that lineup crash screen thing, but I think they actually sent out a patch for it today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's like already fixed, which is also a good sign to see. I know they talked about kind of like outfield throw urgency, but it feels the same.
Yeah,
to me.
It feels the same. I feel like the reaction is way crazier. Like if you have a low reaction this year, I feel like it's way more effective than in even like years past. Like I have guys that, I mean, granted, 60 reaction is not great, but like they look like they've never seen a ball hit into the outfield before.
That's what I felt last year. I was like, unless you were like 95 plus, you just were getting a bad jump every time. Yeah, no, so far, I mean, like hitting's felt pretty good. It's taken me a little while to get my timing back, but that's expected. I think the content structure so far, so good. Well, it's going to be really interesting to see like the transition into season 2. Like that's where I think like is by the time we're all finished season 1, are we all going to feel like, because it's what, 12 weeks? So 3 months, like after 3 months, if you grind out the haul of season 1, are you gonna want to do it all again?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like some people will, some people won't. Is it gonna be, work the way they think it is, as opposed to just a full game cycle long power creep? I don't know, but it's nice to have the power creep back, and like, everybody's having fun using these like 87 overall diamonds and stuff.
Live series cards matter, man.
Live series cards,
I love it.
Yeah, I don't like last year. I don't think I used a live series card in my lineup past like day 3. Like you just had good cards everywhere. So
yeah. I don't think I used a live series card in my lineup all year. Yeah. I think the moment, like even from the first guy, I know I played a ranked game pretty early in the year, and it was like I already had like, you already had good cards by that point. So I mean, but I'm enjoying it as well, man. I'm enjoying the power creep. Like I said, I like that live series cards matter. I was playing my first ranked seasons game before it got disconnected. I mean, the guy was using like a crap ton of live series cards. He used Michael Harris as center or at catcher. At catcher. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna steal on this guy all day. Like, and then of course I get disconnected, which is the weirdest thing. I was ready to score like 20 runs on that guy, man. I swear I was gonna be running like nobody's. I was gonna be stealing with everybody. Because he had 84 throw power, but he had no like ability to field the baseballs. I was like, well, this is gonna be easy.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I wonder why the guy did that, unless he was like trying to do a challenge or something.
He had to have like
why he had Michael Harris behind the dish. Yeah. I'm just happy there's a day 1 Diamond Griffey, so like I can't not take him. So having Griffey in my lineup from day 1 is always fun. And
yeah, plus it's the right stanced Griffey too. Like it's not the young Griffey.
Yes. I'm just working on getting this Vlad card. So I need to get I only need like maybe 4,000 or 5,000 more stubs, and I can go buy the last card I need, which is I believe Satchel Paige. And then
I faced him. I faced him in my game where the guy quit. My second game where the guy quit, he was using Satchel Paige, and I was like, oh, Okay. Or no, the first game where I got disconnected, the guy was using Sassel Page because I got a base hit off of him with Byron Buxton right away. I was like, all right, here we go. But no, that card's nasty. That Vlad card, dude, you're gonna P5 him. I already know it. You're gonna P5 him, which I know P5ing with the players is tougher. I don't really know how to P5 players like other than just play.
Yeah,
Like I don't know what the I don't know what the method is.
When I tried to do it, it's the most annoying way, and it makes me like I almost like feel shameful doing it. But what I would do when I was trying to P5 certain cards is I would just go on against the CPU and play as an away team at Coors Field, get an opposite-handed pitcher, and I would basically give them 2 at bats, and then I would just quit and restart, and I would just do that. So like trying to get them 2 at bats as fast as I could, and then just like repeat, rinse and repeat. So it's basically you're just like hitting with them as much as possible. It's annoying. I'll never purposefully do a position player parallel grind again.
Yeah, no, I never the pitcher ones. I feel like honestly, I'll never do one intentionally anymore because I don't really have like the desire to be the first person to like because I feel like a lot of the cards that I would want to be like have that cool mantle are cards that everybody loves. Like I would love to do a P5 1/1 Christian Yelich.
Yeah,
but it's like by the time a Yelich card comes out, everybody wants him because the swing is so good. Like everybody loves using Christian Yelich cards, so it's like I don't play the game enough to want to do that. But I don't know. Yeah, as far as the game, I'm having so much fun playing it. I haven't hit an XP cap hit yet, so I'm feeling lucky about that too. Like I said, maybe I'm just not grinding enough.
Will. It's a lot.
Yeah, maybe
like I have been kind of obsessively playing this game. Like I can't so.
And I guess if I had to put some negatives, I mean the UI is atrocious. I'm not a fan. I feel like I was like it did not help that I was already kind of sick, and then I caught double viral eye infections over the weekend. Just happened, and then I'm playing a game where it's just constantly white lights flashing in my face over and over and over again. I'm like, this is killing me. Like I tweeted it. I was like SDS and MLB The Show are the reason why I have a double viral eye infection because the UI.
It's like the design of it is pretty cool, but it's just like the color scheme that they use is just not ideal.
Yeah. I think they just need to add a dark mode. Like,
yeah, and
it wouldn't
go back to the old lineup screen. This lineup screen is atrocious. Like all you need is like have it go over to one side for your captains. Center is just your lineup and positions, and another side for your pitching. Just go back to that. I don't understand why that ever changed. It's not. It's the worst.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I think
another year where Tango's going to bring it up every episode.
That's what I was just going to say. I'm like last year, literally every episode, I'm like, it's the worst. It just makes no sense. But, even when I'm trying to like just take a screenshot of my lineup to share it, I got to like take 4 or 5 screenshots. I'm like, this is like I just want it all in like one for
you have to do it on the you have to do it on the app. That's you have to do it on the app. You have to do it on the app. That's the only way I've known.
The app is up and running and working day one. That's been pretty good. I will say this also about the servers. I almost would rather prefer that the servers were just completely down than for them to be up and running super, super slowly. Like last year, that was kind of the problem. I felt like the servers I don't think they really went down at launch, but it was like you'd be playing like a conquest game and it would take so long to like all the in-betweens when you're just like taking over all the spaces. All that stuff took so long. Opening a pack took like 30 seconds. Like it just felt like forever. Whereas this year, like, yes, the servers have been down for chunks at a time of like half an hour to an hour. But when it's been running, it's been super smooth. Everything's been great. Yeah. Besides like
I agree.
Weird crashes that like those just happen in every game. Any game you play nowadays, you're always very reliable on an internet connection. And at some point, it's just gonna like screw up. But overall, the game's been fun so far. So good. I'm enjoying it and like looking forward to continuing to hit my daily XP cap.
Hell yeah. I'm interested to see where we're at like a week from now, like when we record again, just to see where our teams are. I mean, I haven't pulled like John Donaldson. I haven't pulled Mickey Mantle. So like, I don't have those guys. I'm running shoot, I can probably say a lot of my lineup. I'm running Buxton in left, Cruz in center, James Woods in right. I got who's my first? I've just unlocked that Jorge Posada, and I used him in the ranked game because I like his swing so much. But I was using who was I using at first before then? I don't even remember who I was using before then. The game always suggests me to use that Joey Votto, but I'm not a big fan of the Joey Votto swings.
I have
Big up by
Votto.
I saw him. He hit a home run in that spring training
First
game. I saw
pitch.
that. That was cool. I
First
watched.
pitch he
I watched
sees.
your. I watched your video. It was cool to see that.
Oh, Zach Wheeler too. Like not a bum. So
Yeah, not a bum.
But then you know, did you hear what happened after?
No.
He stepped on a bat in the dugout and rolled his ankle like 20 minutes later. So he didn't.
If there's a guy that's going to happen to, it's Joey Votto. I swear to God.
I have him as a platoon pinch hitter on my bench with Justin Turner because they're both like basically maxed out power against the opposite hand. So
I just unlocked that Justin Turner literally as we're streaming. I've been just playing games against the CPU, grinding Team Affinity, the NL West.
He's pretty solid.
I like his swing. Stats. I like his swing. But yeah, I got right now my main squad. I just moved Royce Lewis into my third base spot, but I'm gonna probably put Machado there because that's what I got. I got Colson Montgomery, that spring breakout, as my shortstop. Termar Johnson as my second baseman, and then I'm using Jorge at first now, just because he's a switch hitter. I like him, and I've been using Harry Ford at catcher because one, he gets the Buxton boost, and two, he's got 91 speed with the Buxton boost. So having a 91 speed catcher is
91.
always nice. And then I got Stanton as my DH. So I can't complain. My lineup's pretty. I like it. I'm having fun with it. They very power hitting lineup for sure. Like not much contact, but power and speed.
Power plays. Like, although I will say there's been a lot of like kind of weak contact hits so far in this game. I've seen a lot of those and had a lot for me and against me. So it's like whatever. As long as it bounces out.
MLB The Show just tweeted, we will be deploying a fix to events shortly, which will allow 89 Emmanuel Clase to be included in the events roster.
Hey, I was wondering that because I was putting together an events thing today, and I was like, oh, I thought Clase was from whatever.
Team Affinity, right?
Yeah. Who do I got? Here's my outfield right now. I have James Wood, Griffey, and Sean Green. And then I got Vladdy at first, Tony Stone, Corey Seager, and Beltre. Josh Gibson's my catcher, and I have Bo Bichette as my DH right now.
Bo just hits, man.
Bo just hits. I mean, yeah, he's like 101 clutch, 97, 104 contact right now with P2. So
surprised you haven't P5'd him yet.
No, I haven't played enough with those guys to.
That makes sense.
This is the thing when you like grinding all these different things, and especially with TA, you always have to like switch out your cards, right? That's why last year I barely had any P5s because anytime something new drops, you need to switch up all the cards you're using.
True. Yeah, that makes sense.
I do have John Donaldson, but I got smoked with him the one game I used him. Well, maybe not. 2.25 ERA online. I thought it was worse than that.
Yeah, I haven't pulled him yet. I think I've had one chance to do it, and I pulled a gold. I think I pulled like Tyler Glasnow or something out of it, which I like his card too. I think he's pretty good. I like using him right now.
Hold on to it. He'll be a diamond at some point.
Yeah, sure. I'm holding on to him. I collected him on accident, but I'm sure I'll pull another one because he's a gold. I seem to pull all the golds no matter what.
Hey, golds are good.
How many before we run? How many live series collections have you done, or have you just done the Jays?
Only the Jays. I've been spending all my stubs trying to get the Vladdy cards, so I haven't like finished off any of the cheap collections. Nice. Which is it's always good. Tip out there for everybody: if you can get cheap collections done before new players are added to the roster, it's a good idea because nothing's worse than when you're trying to finish the Tigers and they add a new player and he costs you 2,500 stubs for a common. It's super annoying. So
yeah, I have 7 teams completed right now.
Nice.
Red Sox, White Sox, Tigers, A's, Nationals, Brewers, and the Rockies. And I'm Mike Trout away from the Angels. I am Bobby Witt Jr. away from the Royals. I have like 30 of mostly every team. There's like a lot of the high cards that I just didn't want to spend 1,500 stubs on. Like I'm pretty much, except for a lot of the NL teams because I had the NL like centrals and all that stuff already done. But like I'm pretty much the American League teams. I think every American League team that I haven't completed, I'm over 30 cards in. So I'm just hoping I pull like a Bobby Witt or like a Trout. If I pull Trout, I'll just be happy. I want to pull Ohtani just to sell him.
I want to pull Trout. I've never pulled an early game Trout. It's always like mid to late game cycle when I finally pull Trout.
Yeah.
Trout.
But
yeah,
man,
I'm sitting about
just having fun with it.
Sitting about 20 players for each team, just from whatever.
Yeah, I went down and bought like all the commons for like 15, 10 stubs each just to buy them because I'm like, they're gonna shoot up a little bit for opening day. I feel like.
Yeah. So well, those ones they move so fast though. Like the commons, some silvers will go up there, but no, I've been spending all my stubs working on Vlad. Once I get him, then I'll start knocking out some of those live series collections. Like with all the diamonds I've pulled, I've pulled all the diamonds from the Phillies and stuff like that. You know, I've pulled the top 2 from the Texas Rangers, which is pretty sweet. So they'll get knocked out soon. And then I'll start doing my thing where I usually save up and I'll buy the most expensive live series card and work my way down. That's usually my strategy.
Yeah. Shohei. He's going for he was like 400K last I looked. Man, I think he's under 250 now.
I spent like almost 500 on Trout last year, I think. I just saved and saved. It was like the first thing I bought with my stubs. I just like saved for like the first few weeks. And then I'm like,
jeez.
All right. Then once Trout's done, everything is cheaper. And then once the next one's done, everything is cheaper. And then eventually it's like, oh, I only need to buy like the 8,000 stub Jose Ramirez to finish this collection. I don't have to worry.
Yeah.
Because I see so many people get stuck with, oh, I haven't pulled Trout yet. It's like, no, just don't buy packs and save your stubs. That's my strategy. Do what you want.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
It takes
a
long time, and
packs.
It's a lot of holding back because there's always like cards you want to use, and you're like, oh, I have stubs for that, but I only need.
The one thing I always seem to buy was I'll always buy like the 5 headliners to try to pull the headliner card because if you get them early enough, you can flip them for quite a bit, and then eventually, you know, like 10 minutes later, he's back to regular like 20K or whatever, like the normal price.
Yeah, if he's
worth less than the 7,500 you paid for the pack or something. But that's always those always seem to get me, man. I always just pulling the fuck. It's my gambling addiction, dude. I'm not gonna buy a 50 bundle, but I'll buy the fucking 5. I'll spend the same amount of stubs on 5 headliners and get nothing but silvers.
Nothing but silvers. Silver headliners. Yeah.
I love it.
Oh. All right, man. Anything else for today?
Oh man, I think we covered quite a bit, man. Went over our teams, talked over the game. I mean, I'm having fun with it, man. Like, granted, it's only been a couple days and nothing has really gone wrong. I mean, I expect server issues over the first couple days. So like when everybody was losing their minds, I'm just sitting here giggling. I'm just like, I'm just here having fun. I was just in a Discord call, just hanging out, talking to friends. Like
the night one, like whatever. It's like the game's been out for like 20 minutes. I don't care. It's going to happen. But the next day it was like really annoying. I'd like just gone live like 20 minutes before. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
guys.
you were another one where
I'm just going to end stream. Like, I don't want to sit here and play Road to the Show that I don't want to play on stream. Like if I want to play Road to the Show, it'll be like me grinding offline. Like that's unless I'm doing it for a specific reason. But
yeah,
that one was just kind of a bad timing. But again, like it's kind of expected. It happens. People act like no servers ever go down in any video game.
Whatever, man. Nothing ever goes wrong.
Yeah.
Every year, everything works perfectly fine from the start.
Maybe we shouldn't be so dependent on all of these things, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Right.
Exactly. Can't handle an hour with no MLB. What are people going to do when TikTok gets banned?
What are we going to do?
What are you going to do?
What are we going to do when TikTok gets banned? YouTube Shorts. That's what we're
Move to Canada.
Move to Canada, exactly.
Yes,
and
then
we'll just blame and then blame Canada, as the song goes.
If we deserve it, go ahead.
Canadians do nothing wrong.
We'll just apologize for it.
Oh, love it.
All right, everybody. Thank you once again for tuning in to the On Deck Circle with Tango and Jake. We'll be back like every week is our goal, every week, giving you more MLB The Show updates, our thoughts on the game, and let us know. What do you think? You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts. Anywhere you find your favorite podcast, you'll be able to find us.
You find us in Apple Music. Congrats.
Fun fact, there may be a song out there that I am on that you can find on these things.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Fun.
Anyway,
Look at
have
that.
a great day, everybody. Jake, always a pleasure.
Love it, man. Appreciate you having me. Yes. Till next time.
You're the co-host. You're not my guest. You're not my guest. We'll have some guests later.
I love being here. What can I say?
We all love being here. We love MLB The Show. We love being here, and we love all of you. All right. Take it easy, everyone.
Peace, everybody.